a female that's about to breed.
The genetic analysis that we're doing is parentage analysis. In other words, we want to use DNA fingerprinting techniques to look at what are the qualities of the male that actually sires the babies.
Anacondas prefer a drier environment to mate. It will be several months before the conditions are right. However, Mother Nature is never predictable. Sarah and Jesus will know for sure when they return later in the year. It's now April, and Jesus and Sarah return to Hato El Cedral, hoping to find a breeding ball, an essential component to their genetic research.
One of the fascinating things of anacondas is their mating behavior. Normally a female lays out on the shallow water and males come wrapping around her. And it's very amazing to find. When we go in the field, we find what looks like a giant spaghetti ball of twirling and squirming snakes. It's quite a sight.
The other analysis that we're doing with the DNA is a paternity test. One of our questions is which male in fact does sire the offspring of the female. Is it the biggest male? Is it the smallest male? Is it many different males? So those are the kinds of questions that we're going to ask using the DNA.
What they find on arrival is not what they expected.
In all the years I have been working here, I have never seen a dry season that is so wet as this one. The baby iguanas that are meant to be hatched like 2 weeks ago, they are not around. The mangoes are even green. They're supposed to be yellow like a month ago. It seems like the whole season has been moved back a month or two. So if that is consequence of a larger part of global change, I don't know. I don't know.
Day after day, they trudge through water-soaked pastures searching for breeding females.
The swamp should be very, very dry. At this time, anacondas are breeding. It should be easy to find breeding balls. That is not happening. We're looking out there and we're having a very, very hard time finding breeding balls.
On closer examination, they find a number of snakes in the mud trying to escape the intense heat.
No reaction.
But no females.
Yes.
Only a lot of belligerent males.
Aye!
You have been tagged. Welcome to the club.
That's nice. That's what my husband has to say about this. Welcome to the club. I have to say that does not hurt as much as a tetanus shot.
That's right.
Definitely not.
That's exactly right.
So did you tell me that there's no snake catchers who get bitten once? Either 0 times or 20.
What a temper.
They do find one lone female.
Oh my lord. Yeah, hold it down. We're gonna grab the head. This is an example of problems anacondas get. This is a very large girl, but she's very skinny. And the reason might be because she has a bad mouth infection. Horrible mouth infection, in fact. She's got a growth. Oh my word, what is that? Whoa, she's not even capable or willing to bite. The teeth are broken. And here there is some fractured bone apparently from the lower jaw. It's hard to make out. This eye has a bad abscess. When they attack large prey, they suffer a lot of injuries and wounds. And this is what may happen to them. Her upper jaw seems to be okay, but the lower jaw is in terrible shape. I've never seen a snake this big up. It has infection in all the teeth in the lower jaw, and she has a piece of bone sticking out here. Seems that the mandible was broken in two and one part is there. It's a solid, it's a bony structure there. And she might have had this wound for probably quite a long time. That's why she's so skinny. She's shedding, which is a good sign. They do that to recover from wounds and stuff. She's fighting back. She's not giving up on it. She was in a very warm water, which is what they do to fight infections. They give them some fever. She hasn't eaten in a long time, obviously. That's why she's so skinny. And this horrible mouth infection, if she doesn't heal her mouth soon enough so she can start eating, then she probably won't make it. I have seen anacondas survive wounds as bad as this in the mouth, but she's not a goner. They are extremely tough animals, and she might recover from this one. We'll just let nature be.
The future for this snake is not good. As she swims away, the birds mob her. One of these birds would make a good meal, but with her injury and weakened condition, hunting may prove impossible for her. The search for a breeding female has resulted in finding a lot of snakes, but all of them male.
It's a boy, isn't it? Oh, thank you.
Anacondas have a temper and can be hard to handle. It certainly seems to be true of the males they're finding. In hopes that a male will lead them to a breeding ball, Jesus and Sarah have decided to insert several with transmitters. Inserting a battery-powered inert resin cartridge containing 2 AA batteries, the transmitter's enclosed antenna will allow Jesus and Sarah to track the males as they search for a female.
4646. Oh, that should be easy to remember. Let me hold the head so it's easy for me to handle it. Yes.
Weighing over 2.5 ounces and measuring about 6 inches, the transmitter will eventually pass unchanged through the snake, even with the anaconda's strong digestive juices.
Looks like it's a big meal, but this guy swallows a lot bigger things than this, so it's not really anything too bad for him to do this. It goes down smoothly.
Radio telemetry is a tremendous aid for wildlife biologists, enabling them to track the most elusive wildlife in hostile environments.
It's going down nice and smoothly.
Because of the snake's unique anatomy, traditional external tracking devices like collars or tags don't work. The transmitter must be internal. The transmitter's small size will not trigger digestion, and because anacondas eat infrequently, it will stay in the snake for several weeks.
So now we have this guy wired. Simply let him go, and he will hopefully go find some girls.
Anacondas like shallow water to form their mating balls, but the large lagoon at El Cedral has too much water. Searching for drier conditions, Jesus, Sarah, and Victor traveled to Hato El Frio, another ranch and wildlife preserve about 40 miles away. The environment there is much different. It's definitely drier, and their chances of finding a large female to implant improve greatly. After much searching and scaring a few caimans, they find what they've spent days looking for.
What was it there? Oh boy, it's a big one. It's a big mama.
The snake is immense, probably well over 14 feet long and very heavy.
Oh, big girl. Oh. Good eyes, Victor. Look at the tail. Maybe it's a capture.
I don't see any on the head.
No mark.
No.
Oh, she's fat enough that she will breed this year, and because of that, I want to wire her so I can find her any time when she is in the breeding process. And then don't let it tie you up that way, because then she'll let it out.
Amazing. I haven't been with Jesus catching this large an animal before. And the head is huge. It's a lot of fun.
And because she's so muscular, her muscles make it very difficult really to push the transmitter far enough that I can be confident she will keep it. Okay, I think she's got it.
Okay, tell me when you're ready.
I have it,
Sure?
yeah. Yes, I got it. Okay, girl. So with any luck, she will be the belle of the ball in a few days, in a week or so.
After many long days filled with disappointments, finding a big female makes up for all the frustration. For field biologists, compiling data is like putting together pieces of a puzzle. And now this female will become one of those pieces. With transmitters now in several snakes, Sarah and Jesus are hopeful they'll find a mating ball soon. There have been some good signs that Mother Nature is getting back to normal. Baby iguanas have begun to appear, but most importantly, male anacondas are on the move. Normally secretive and reclusive, males risk predation as they travel in the open, searching for a receptive female. This is where their smaller size can be a plus. With each flick of their tongue, the males pick up the female's irresistible perfume. This perfume, called a pheromone, is a scent or odor produced by a female anaconda that lets the males know she's ready to mate. It's unclear if female anacondas only leave this scent as they crawl, or if males also pick up the scent from particles in the air. The result gives new meaning to group sex as multiple males coil around a single female. While wrapping tightly around the female's body, the males scratch the female with their spurs, a primitive feature probably from their lizard ancestry.
Males come wrapping around her, coiling around, courting her with the spurs, moving them very fast in a tickling fashion. All that is the courtship. And in that time, males are pushing one another, trying to see who can stay in the female where they can mate. This may last 3, 4, even 6 weeks. So it's a very amazing investment of energy that these animals do. During those 6 weeks, they don't eat, they don't do anything but just courtship and mating. Is a very amazing ritual.
Despite the uneven sex ratio, no conflicts or antagonistic interactions occur between the males. It's more of a pushing tournament. In a final attempt to ensure his sperm will succeed, the male implants the female with a white mass of protein and sperm to block her vent. This sperm plug lasts only a couple of days and might not prevent her from being courted by others who will make similar attempts. When the breeding ball breaks apart, the female and all the males go off on their own.
Here.
Then it's a mad dash to collect the males for their DNA. It takes hours to round up all the snakes from the mating ball,